Hi everyone, welcome. This is Mythographic Voyage and I am doing the sweets page. This is part 2 if you are following along or keeping up. So I'm going to pull you in a little closer and we will get started. Okay, so the only thing I did off camera was one, I tried out my donut combo right here just to make sure that was what I wanted, and two, I colored this because it was on smaller scale and I figured I had a bigger one to show anyway. So other than that, I haven't messed with it. I think I am going to start with, I'm trying to decide. I guess I'll go ahead and get this sucker out of the way. So I looked them up on Google for inspiration because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I may have wanted a little more rainbow effect on this bigger one. But I pulled some reds, an orange, a yellow, a blue, and a green. So, and I went in order, and I started on the outside. So I'm actually going to start here, and we're just going to go ahead and color this one red. So I have two different colors of red, so I can try to keep the shading on here. So just filling in the little area. Okay, and this, so that one is crimson red. This one is poppy red. I'm just using the two. And I will come back with white gel pen and put highlights on these, but for now. I'm also going to color the middle red, because when I looked at them online, they only had a thick, or a thin line of white through them. So, okay, then I'm going to go to orange. Actually, I'm going to add a tiny dot of poppy on the edge, just because I don't want to make it look so choppy. This big one is up close. It's easier for everyone to see the details. So put a little extra into it here. Okay, going to orange. Okay, and at the very end, I'm going to put a little bit, if I can find the right pencil here, Spanish orange. And this just gives it a little more of a kind of color changing look, like an actual sucker. They're not perfect. So okay, I'm going to fix a little bit of that harsh blend. Okay, I'm going to take a little of this red, and right where the darkest shading is, I'm just going to fill it in lightly. And that will also be where the highlight goes. Okay, I'm going to take my middle orange here, and I'm going to color that middle line. I'm going to try to keep it in the lines because I don't want it to change my gel pen colors. And I'm going to just do the same pattern all the way around. So now I'm going to go to yellow. And the same thing with yellow, just to give this a little bit of depth. I'm going to pull this Spanish orange, sorry, in, and just kind of give it a little yellow highlight in the middle. Okay, the middle white line, I'm going to color yellow. Okay, the green I pulled is grass green. I'm going to center you just a little so you can see better. Now I have that dark spot right there, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in with this. This edge right here. And then I'm going to pull a lighter green. Just give me one sec. Thought I had all my colors pulled. And then I changed plans. Okay, so this is a spring green. And it's going to look a little bright at first, but I am going to tame it down a little. I want that darker in there. Okay, and then the middle of this one is going to be green. And then blue, same thing, you want two blues. So my darker, because this is going to be a crevice, right? It's going to be a deep spot, so we want to make sure we kind of have it marked all the way around. And then we're just creating a highlight. So I used Copenhagen blue and permanent blue. Okay, and then I'm just going to soften up this blend a little. There we go. Okay, and right down this one. So the one thing about the lollipop, if you're following along here, is on the little one, it has lines all the way around, and for some reason on this one, it just stops. So when I get to the middle, I don't know if I'm going to do this all one color or if I'm going to draw in a couple more set of lines like over here. But just be aware to plan ahead on that for color wise. Trying to decide if I want to add a purple on this one also because it's bigger and my red's gonna line up with red. Let's see about a purple here. This is violet blue I'm using for the darkest. Sure I get that nice and dark. Okay. And then this is just violet. My violet is getting tiny. Okay, and then I'm not gonna do pink. I'm gonna start back at red. So, oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna put my violet in. Okay, then I'm gonna put my red in. So again, wanting to stick to this middle edge. Okay, poppy red. Sorry if you can hear the voices, it's upstairs neighbors, it's not my house. I waited for my house to be quiet just for the upstairs neighbors to be noisy. Okay. A little better. Okay, so this one is going to be the orange. I'll try to stay where you can see, but the spots are getting smaller. Okay, just needed a highlight. 1 second. Sorry about that. So his cats were fighting outside and it sounded like bloody murder. Okay, so pulling Spanish orange to fill in this right here. That is a little bright for orange, so I'm going to add just a little of this over top to get the color I want. And I'm going to erase the little spot I got wild. Okay. And we're going to put our orange. Tiny dot of yellow. And I put my yellow in first because for me it's harder to see, so it's easier if I go over it with this pencil for the highlight. I always do my yellow backwards. Okay, this big long one here is going to be green. So I'm going to sharpen. Remember, dark around this circle here. And I might even come back with a darker shade of all these colors and do around the middles. So I can really get that effect I'm looking for. I want a real shiny, depth-filled sucker here. Okay, pulling that spring green. All right. Following with the blue, and I love how this blue lands with its contrasting color. Awesome. Getting all that in there. Lighter blue. Okay, putting that stripe of blue down the middle here. This one looks like a big area to me, so I'm going to make this my purple one. Up to you if you want to do it different. Oh goodness, and then I colored right in the... I was going to do this in the morning, but then things keep happening in the morning, and I'm like, I have to get this done. I have to get part 2 up. Alright, so just adding a little of this darker blue, violet blue. And then highlight. Okay, then we're gonna do, this one is all mixed up. We're gonna go right here with it. Okay, so then the next color would be red, and I don't think I want this whole thing red. So I'm going to take a pen or a pencil, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to kind of copy the pattern. So I'm just going to follow it up. My pen's a little darker, but that's okay. Okay. So I'm going to color that red. You want to be careful if you do this, your pen dries so you don't smear it. Okay, and then the poppy red. I have to turn for 1 second to draw these lines in so they come out the right angle here. Okay, so that one's going to be white. This one's going to be red. This one's going to be white. Okay, and then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to put a little of this red, a little of this orange, make sure I'm way back on camera here, moving everywhere, orange. I'm not going to draw the lines in, I'm just going to blend them. Which might have been what I should have did from there, but that's okay. Get them fixed up. Okay, then we're gonna go this lighter orange, just right there, and then yellow in the middle. Make sure it's very well blended, and there we have our sucker done. So the only thing I forgot is I forgot my green right here, and then I'm gonna come back, of course, and touch it up with the white gel pen when I put the lines in. But if I do it first, I'm going to color it with cover my hand with color and the gel pen. Okay, so I think for the sky, I am going to do a pastel color. So, until I dumped my cup, I had my colors ready. It's just not my night for recording tonight. Okay, I have Deco Pink, Cloud Blue, and Lavender. And I'm going to pull a cream because apparently, oh, it's still in the cup. I was like, okay, these are going to be my sky colors. It doesn't matter where you want to start, if you want to mix it all up, if you want to do it a gradient, whatever style you're going for. I'm going to pull my cream first. And I'm just going to do a very light layer here at the bottom, kind of like maybe the sun is going down behind these trees or clouds. Okay, just pull a little up so it's not too abruptly stopped. Okay, then I'm going to pull the pink color. And I'm just doing very light layers, so this might be hard to see at first, but as I start filling it in, I'm going to put just a little yellow here because I don't want the pink to look like it just randomly started floating. Okay. We're going over that cream a little. Now, if you're not sure how high you want to bring your colors, put your yellow in and put your blue, and then just kind of divide everything evenly or however you want to do it. I am just kind of winging it. I did yellow first to keep my pink and blue away from the pink and blue I already had down. So like there, I'm probably going to add some purple first. So then we're going to come put our purple in. Circles, circles, not going hard, light layer to start with. Okay. Fiddling in a nice layer. 17 minutes. Oh my goodness, it took me forever to do that lollipop. Thought I was making good time here. Safe to say there will be a part 3. I will try to get it recorded sooner than I did this one because I've got lots of great compliments and people saying they are trying it with me or will be shortly. So that is always awesome. Makes me feel great. And cloud blue. So I will be, it will be weekend and school will officially be out, so I won't have so many end of the school year events and whatnot to do. I'm also going to put a book collection up tonight. I'm going to try to get my mythographic collection up. I do not have a lot colored in them, but we will see how it goes. I have one more half day of school tomorrow. I need to grab groceries and all that good stuff so I don't have to try to fight the store over the holiday weekend. Goodness, my neighbors are super loud. They must be starting their holiday weekend early. Okay, so now I'm kind of building backwards. I got my blue. Now I'm going to darken that purple a little bit. Blending, blending, blending. And I might not show you this whole thing because it is kind of time consuming, but I would like to show you most of it here. Okay, put the blue in, and this corner will be kind of like the effect we are going for. That nice gradation blend right there. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. One more time, we'll see if we can get this done without any interruptions here. So these I thought were like the red and white mints, but if you look at them, there is 3 different things. This is 1, this is 2, that one is 3. So I think they might be the colored marshmallow things. And I'm not 100% sure what color I want to do mine yet. So if you are watching and you know what these are, comment so I can Google colors because I am undecided. Thought they were those peppermint things, but they don't. The ones I Googled anyway, unless they have a different name. I was calling them like peppermint twists or something. They don't look just like that. They kind of look like the marshmallow twists. So, wrong color. Okay, so we're blending, blending. Okay, pink. And I'm just kind of getting these two colors in right now because they're in the middle, and I want to try to make sure it's nice and gradiated. Okay, mixing that in with the yellow. The ink on this book does smear a little. I can see when I hit it with some of my pencils, so be wary of that if you are blending over the top of any of those lines a whole lot. And circular motions here. And your lines don't have to be exact. Like if you want to bring some blue way down, bring it way down. If you want to bring some purple up higher, go for it. There is no... These colors all blend really well together, so you can't really mess it up a whole lot. Alright, this last little section. Oh, let me blend my top a little better here. Okay, just getting the top of that purple blend in, blended in. Can't even talk. I'm gonna stay with purple. I forgot. Same with purple right here by the trees. And then maybe being we did so much purple right here, then I'll grab my pink now that I'm out of the way of the pink. And just kind of put it in. Alright, and that is going to basically be our sky. Of course, I'm going to blend out the rough patches a little more. But that is going to be my sky for now. I think it fits the page well. I don't want a whole lot too vibrant because I still want these things to stand out that are in the front. Another thing I haven't decided is if I want this river to be chocolate. So I'm not going to do that just yet, but I am going to do a couple of these donuts before my time cuts off. So let me find my colors again. I'm using peach beige, light umber, and then I added my tiny little brown pencil is a sienna brown. There it is. I put all my pencils in a cup when I got ready for this earlier, so they'd all be easy to find for this color along, and I can't find any of them. Okay, so I'm going to go with my dark color first, and everywhere she has shading, putting it in. Including the inside. So darker toward the bottom. And right here where this frosting is going to be darker. Okay. Remember to leave your fuzzy edge. Sorry about the noisy chair. Try to center it a little more. Hopefully you can see it. I'm just going over the lines she has in already. Darkening up a couple spots. Okay. I'm going to put in, I'm going kind of out of order. That was my dark. This is going to be my light. And I'm going to go over the whole thing first, and you'll kind of see why I added the other color. So this kind of looks okay, but to me it doesn't have the goldeny kind of donut color I'm looking for. So after I get all this in and blended how I want it, took a little, and this I found this was from college, and I'm assuming it broke a lot, so somebody switched ends. This is my little double end pencil here. I can't even believe I have my Prismas from college. But if I knew then what I knew now, I would have stocked up on them back then. But back then I was in art class and it was like drawing and things, and I was not a whole lot into that, so I didn't worry about it. We did not think about coloring at the time. Okay, so that is how I like mine. If you don't like this color brown, or you want a different shade, or it's not right to you, swap it up. But I'm actually going to add a little more on this bottom here. That feels a little more cooked to me anyway. Okay, so I was gonna do these two pink until I realized that this was a strawberry and a cherry cupcake. So I'm probably gonna wait on that donut. And this one, go ahead and fill in this. Okay. And then same thing, just adding a little of this. And if you don't think it needs it right there, great. Okay, so we got that filled in. So the next thing is to the boat. So I'm going to pull dark umber, goldenrod for my highlight color, and then depending on if you want to kind of pull the colors in from your cones or you want to be completely different, I'm going to kind of pull in, I think, so that some of that color is brought down here. So dark umber in the dark spots. Right in the deep spots here. Maybe I'll just do one side of the boat to kind of show you. Okay, making sure them slats are marked. Under that rail is going to be darker. Alright, okay, my next is going to be that burnt ochre, and I'm going to pay attention to where she has put in highlight lines. So some of these are going to come out a little further than others, but I want that basic highlight down the edge there. Okay, goldenrod. And then if you feel like you lost anything or your brown isn't dark enough, this is a great way to go back in and touch them up. Alright, so there is our boat on one side. I'll do the same thing down the middle and then this side as well. Making sure this stays in my darkest, so I'm marking all my shadows with it, right? I'm going to sharpen it, pardon the noise. But I want that kind of, let's pull up. Want that nice line right there. Okay. Okay, remember this one's gonna come out further in some spots than the others. Okay, kind of filling in these right here so they stand out. Goldenrod. I love how goldenrod is a versatile color. You can use it on everything. It's a great blending color. Okay. See how much the different sides, how different the sides look if you don't go back over. So I'm going to put my dark down on the side where that shadow should be. And what didn't get blended in with the goldenrod, we're going to go ahead and get done now. So there is part 2 of the color along. I feel like we covered quite a bit. Questions, comments, anything you'd like to see, please leave it down below. I hope everyone is enjoying this. It is quite the undertaking. I'm excited about it. And I hope to see you all for part 3. Because we are getting closer. Thanks. There's our progress so far. Thanks for watching.